cafeteria manager, and we have a new system to lunch right now. So I'm going to go through the steps and show you the new things that we have going on down here. For one, there's no hot and cold pack anymore. Everything is component packing. These are the different components. Everything will be packaged individually. So the students will come down the line, they will grab this tray. This tray will hold everything in it. They do not have to take everything. They don't want us to start the kids off with making them take everything because they have choices. They have more choices this year. So what is considered a meal, there's 5 components. They have to take at least 3 of the 5 components. So the entree is considered 2 components. So if they took the entree, just say it was spaghetti, it has the meat and the grain in it, so that's considered as 2 components. They have to take a vegetable with it. So they could take an entree and a vegetable, that would be considered as a meal. They could take a fruit, a milk, and a vegetable, that would be considered as a meal. These are the different actual ways that would make up a meal. Like notice I said that the entree is considered as 2 components. So if they took an entree and a fruit, that would be considered as a meal. They can take all the components if they want to. If they're going to eat everything, they can take everything. An entree, remember that's considered as 2 components, and a vegetable. So that's considered a meal. An entree, a vegetable, and a fruit considered a meal. Entree, milk, vegetable considered as a meal. Entree, fruit, and milk is considered as a meal. And again, if they don't want the entree, they could take a fruit, a vegetable, and a milk. Those are considered as meals. The baby carrots are still a part of the menu. It's not enough in the vegetables to be considered as a full component, so that's just optional like it was last year. They can take it, they can't take it. It's gonna always, the carrots are there every day. Every day. So like I said, they can't take a carrot and an entree, and that won't be considered as a meal because the carrots are not enough to make up a full component, the value size of it.
So okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are our students going to need an advanced degree to be able to figure this out every day at lunch?
No. Actually, Indianapolis School District has been doing this for quite some time, and like my director says, we don't believe that our kids can't do it. You know, in Indianapolis, their students have been doing it for a while. So we're just as smart. It may take a little getting used to. Initially, maybe the first couple weeks until the students get adjusted to what is considered as a meal. It may take them a little longer to get through the lines. But as we work together, we'll get through it. So let me show you. This is the tray again that they will be grabbing at the beginning of the line. These are the different components. They will have a seal on them like they did last year to cover them up. So hopefully, you know, once they hit the ground, it doesn't bust open. So yeah, so they just say this is the entree. They would take that, and this was a vegetable. They could take that and grab a milk at the end, and that would be considered their meal. Or once again, this is the entree, and this is just say it's a piece of cake, and they want to grab some baby carrots. That wouldn't be considered as a meal because the baby carrots is not enough to be considered as a full component. So if they had the baby carrots on there, we would just have to redirect them and tell them, go grab a vegetable. Okay,
so do I write them a yellow sheet if they don't pick the right foods?
Of course not, no. It's a learning experience. They're learning just like we're learning.
Okay.
Yes. So all we have to do is just work together and redirect them in order to get everything that is considered as a component. Yeah, that's basically it. Breakfast is still the same. No, I take that back. Breakfast is still the same, but if we have whole fruits that are left over from lunch, they can actually be offered with the breakfast. Like last year, we had the dried fruit, the dried raisins, the applesauce. That was their additional fruit with their breakfast. Now I can actually offer the fruit from the day before with their breakfast. And if they get a yesterday's lunch, it doesn't have to stay together. They actually have more choices. So say today they have, I don't know, peaches and a piece of carrot cake. And yesterday they had a chocolate chip cookie and, I don't know, celery. They can actually get the chocolate chip cookie and the peaches from today with today's entree to make a meal. So as long as they have all the components, everything doesn't have to stay grouped together. More choices for them.
Okay.
So if you guys have any questions, come down here and see me in the cafeteria, and I'll be willing to answer them.
As always, thank you. And
Thank
we're
you.
excited for a great school year. Thanks, Krystal.
Alrighty.